everyone, my name's Hannah and welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd go through what I keep in my Stoma changing bag, which is this one just here. I change my Stoma bag every other day after I have a shower. So it just zips and then there's a bit of velcro just here and it opens up. So first item is just this little box, and all this does is hold water. So you would just fill this up, I'd fill it about halfway with lukewarm water, and that then has a couple of these in there. These are like hygienic wipes. Now I use Charter for all of my equipment. I know different people use different brands. I personally use Charter. These are kind of a bit like gauze pads. So I have a couple wet ones, because obviously as soon as you take the bag off, there will be poop there. It happens. So I have a couple of wet ones, which I put in the water, and then a couple of dry ones to dry it afterwards. So these come in packs of 30. Also is the disposable bags. So it's just kind of like a nappy bag. You put everything that you've used in here, and then this just goes in the general waste when you're done. I tie it up nice and tight to try and get any air out of it if I can. So those are those bags. I also use these. They're just kind of like hygienic hand wipes, just to make sure your hands are clean. I always wash my hands beforehand anyway, but just to make sure it's extra clean, because obviously it's very sensitive there. You don't want to get any germs there. So to get the actual Stoma bag off, I use the Salts adhesive remover spray. Now this one is my personal favourite one because it smells a bit minty. So I mean, poo smells, that's just how it is, but having like a slight mint smell takes away some of the poo smell. So it's just an adhesive remover spray. So that's the first thing that I use to take the actual bag off itself. That's my favourite one. I also have, so when I have washed, so obviously a couple of these in the water, washed it off, and it's just some of these in water, no soap, nothing fragranced or perfumed, just that. It doesn't need any fragrance or perfume or anything like that. That could do it a bit of damage. After I've used those, this is just like a vitamin E wipe that you just wipe it once around and that's it, and it just helps protect the skin a bit. After that, because I've been having some skin issues around the stoma itself and where it joins to the skin. So these are just what they call a barrier. Let me get one out. They're like a couple of millimeters thick, and it just sits directly around the stoma just to help the skin a bit, and they've got vitamin D or E, I can't remember, in them. So you can see how thin they are, and they stretch. You don't need to cut these to size. They're really stretchy. So you would just put that over the stoma, and then the stoma bag goes on top. Now don't worry, I'm not going to be putting any pictures of stomas up, so nothing gory. If you wanted to look at what a stoma looks like, feel free to Google, but be prepared for what you might see. I have this tiny bit of powder. So this just helps get rid of any lingering moisture. So you would just dab a bit on and then dab it around. You don't want loads of that on there because that can affect the stickiness of the bag. So just a small amount, that's all you need. I'm running out of room on the table. Then it has a little zip pocket, and in there I keep these scissors. So my Stoma bags come pre-cut, but if I ever needed to make an adjustment, or if for whatever reason I had some that weren't cut, they're just these tiny little medical scissors, and they just cut through. That's sticky. So I keep those separate because I use them a lot at the beginning. I don't really anymore because, like I said, I get my bags pre-cut, which helps. Pen, just in case you ever need a pen. Now this little contraption helps with your clothes. So for example, you would pin that bit there, and if you needed to change while you're wearing clothes, you would just get the bottom of your jumper, roll it up, and then clip it in there, and it just holds your clothes up for you, so you don't have to worry about your jumper falling down. Now I obviously change my bag when I come out the shower, so I don't need this. But if you're ever out and about and you needed to do a bag change, this could be really helpful. Just keeps the clothes off you. You don't want them getting in the way. So that is those bits. Now for the actual Stoma bags themselves, the ones that I use are these ones. They're the Coloplast Sensura Mio, and this one is, I think this one's the midi version, because there's a bag that's about that much bigger, and I'm not sure if there's a smaller one as well, so I think that this might be the middle one. Now that's the size of my Stoma. It's pre-cut. I think it's about 31mm up and down and 36 across, somewhere like that. So this is the actual Stoma bag itself. This is the adhesive. I'm not going to actually do it because I don't want to waste a bag, but you would peel this part off, and then this bit is the sticky part that then attaches over the Stoma. So just as an example, the Stoma would go like this, and that then attaches to the skin. You can get all sorts of different bags. You get some where they kind of cave inwards, you get some where they go outwards. It depends how the Stoma sits on your skin. Because mine is joined flat, obviously the Stoma itself sticks out, but because the join is flat, then I just have a flat adhesive bag. Now to empty, it's just a little flap here. Ooh. This unvelcros and opens up. Obviously that's upside down, so that's where I have the drainable ones. You can get one-piece ones, but obviously you then need to change that multiple times a day. So this is where it drains out. Obviously give that a wipe, and then you would fold it back up. Can't do this one-handed. You'd fold it back up, attach the velcro either side, and then some people just leave it like there, but there is another little velcro part just there that you can fold it back on and then kind of hide it. So that's how I wear mine. I already seal them because I've had a few incidents where I've been changing the bag, I've gone to put the new bag on, and because there's no control there, it's just pretty much 27 poop. Poop came out all over the sticky part and all down here. So I had to re-clean everything, get a brand new bag. So obviously once any moisture goes on the sticky, it's not really any good then. So that's the one that I use. I have tried the salt bags, which they have a different sticky part. They kind of have sections with no sticky, so it looks a bit like a star. Now they are easier to conceal under clothes, but the sticky on those just doesn't agree with my skin. I've got quite sensitive skin, and this one works the best for me. And I had, the first time I ever tried one, I had real trouble actually getting it off. I managed to get the bag off, but half the sticky was left on my skin. So for me personally, that one doesn't work. Now I also have this. It doesn't fit in the bag because it's quite big with everything else in there. But this is the Brava lubricating deodorant. Now it's just, how do I describe this? It's just like a lubricating oil that you put in the bag before you put it on, and it helps dampen the smell, but it also helps when you're emptying, everything just kind of flushes out nice and quickly, so it doesn't take forever. I like that a lot, and that's from Coloplast as well. So this, yeah, that's everything that I have in mine. Again, different people have different things. I use Coloplast Charter and have that particular bag because it works for me, whereas the Salts brand, I prefer their adhesive remover, but their bag, the sticky, just personally for me, didn't work with my skin type. And then this one, the vitamin E wipe, is from Pelican, so again another brand. If I could put all the different elements of each one together and create the perfect bag, that would be brilliant. But for me, that one works best. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!